And don't forget, go to patreon.com/Bay Ridge Boys for so much more fun. We got wild things on there. We got Wepa in the Morning, our new morning show every morning, 9 a.m. Eastern time, Monday to Friday. Patreon.com/Bay Ridge Boys. Cute.
It's live every morning, live. If we make a mistake, you're there to watch it.
Wepa in the Morning.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode via quarantine of History Hyenas with Chrissy Coronavirus and Yanni Pandemic Pappas. We got a very special episode today. We got one of the stars of the Tiger King in the building with his beautiful wife. I assume this is just his only wife at the moment. There's probably a bunch of hot nannies off camera. Give it up, everybody, for Jeff Lowe.
Yeah, Jeff and Lauren Lowe. How you doing, bud? Jeff? Did you now? We want to know: is this is that a do-rag or is it bandana? I can't tell.
It's a bandana.
I fucking like it, dude.
Nice.
I like it a lot.
Well,
I like your look. You good? You're one of those guys who look good in a bandana or bald. It's just you got a great head, like a Michael Jordan head, which we like.
I got that Bruce Willis head.
Got that Bruce Willis head. And,
let me ask you a question. What's it like to go from exotic animal zoo owner to fucking superstar overnight?
Well, it's a bit humbling, because you can't go to Walmart or Target without people standing in line for your pictures. It's almost embarrassing.
Or hiding behind clothes racks to try to get pictures.
Or I went to the Sprint store the other day to get a new phone because Netflix let my cell phone number leak out on one of the documents on the series. So all of a sudden I've got 7,000 text messages coming in a day. And when we actually went to get a new phone, we're sitting there, they turned on my new phone, and within 10 seconds of it being on, there was a picture of us sitting in the AT&T store, text to that phone. Figure that out.
Yeah, and I didn't even have the new phone number yet.
Wow. All right, let me ask you this question right off the bat. Biggest rivalry in America right now. The biggest rivalry in America, the biggest rivalry in our history. Muslims versus Christians, Yankees versus Red Sox, Chicago Bulls versus Detroit Pistons, or is it Jeff Lowe versus the Tiger King?
Well, you know what? I grew up in Michigan, so I might go with the Bulls Pistons. But since Joe's incapacitated right now, I've kind of got the advantage on him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, real quick, we want to just do a little quick game. Fuck, marry, kill. We'd like to do fuck, marry, kill. Joe Exotic,
okay.
Carol Baskin, Donald Trump.
Just kill me now.
Yeah.
Just kill me. Fuck me, kill me.
Yeah, I would. I might. Yeah, I might do it if the band keeps going. I would love to fucking kill you, make some money.
You jump on it. You jump on that bandwagon. Yeah.
Jump on that bandwagon.
You know
yeah. Now, have you?
Now, would you and Joe Exotic ever do a pay-per-view like slapbox match after this is over?
We've been asked. Yeah, we've been asked. Actually, somebody's already approached us, and I don't think the BOP, your Bureau of Prisons, would allow that to happen. But I'd love to beat his ass in front of everybody.
But you said slapbox, so I mean,
Joe
would be doing the slapping, we'd be doing the punching.
Yeah, I'd knock his mullet off.
Do you now? Jeff, do you feel now, because the show, obviously we know like documentaries, how they show certain angles of people and certain things. We understand editing and all that, but do you think anyone was portrayed as a bad guy that's really not a bad guy in the show? Or anyone who they said was a dirtbag's a dirtbag?
Well, you know what? We're all culpable for allowing him to do what he did for so long without going to the authorities first. But when it came down to him hurting our animals, which is what we came here. We left that, you saw the series. We were in a 12,000 square foot house with a 60,000 gallon indoor pool. We had it made in Colorado. We came here to save the
animals.
ass because the animals were starving and he couldn't keep them going. So we came out here, dumped all that money into this place.
So Carol Baskin wouldn't get it.
Carol wouldn't get it, and because she would kill the cats as well. And so we came out here, we dumped all this money, and then we put it back in Joe's hands, because once we got it going, we put it in Joe's hands. Lauren and I moved to Las Vegas, and then he started screwing us, you know.
That was a mistake.
And when we came back here, we found out we went to the bank. We got all of our bank records because he was locking me out of my own bank account. Finding out he was just robbing the place blind. And it's like I've explained to people. They call me a rat and a snitch. But if you woke up this morning and your car was gone from your garage and your dog's dead in the driveway, but you found my wallet, you're going to call the cops and you're going to give them my wallet. That's what we did. We took the evidence that we had to my attorneys first, and my attorney said, "Look, with what you've told me, we have no choice but to go
to the federal
authorities."
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you this question, because right now the cub petting business is running a little low because of the social distancing. What are you doing to make a little moolah right now?
Well, you know, we fortunately we've been blessed in our lives, and I did really well in business over the years. But we've just since we've been shut down with this pandemic, we've done probably 500 cameo videos at $1.50
a lot of cameos.
I've got 100 more to do today.
Yeah, you're going to get one from us.
Yeah?
Yay!
Yeah, and you better say what we tell you to say.
Whatever you want to say.
Maybe we'll add a little more to it, too.
Apparently, there's a story out that I support communism now because I read something that I had no fucking idea what it was. And so whatever you say, I'm like Ron Burgundy. I will tell you, I will repeat what's on the teleprompter.
Right. Yes. I love it. Yeah, no, we want to know because, you know, Hyenas and I, you know, we're trying to make some money during this podcast too, and we're thinking about opening up our own zoo, and we want to know how many amputees we need to open up a zoo.
I think you need one just so you can, you know, you use that as an example of how dangerous it could be. Mm-hmm. Everybody needs their token amputee.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, every time there was a new scene on this documentary, somebody was missing an arm or a leg. I was like, how many people, where are the people's limbs in Oklahoma?
And you know what? The funny thing is I've done this longer than anybody in the business. Carol Baskin, Doc Anno combined. I've done this longer. And look, all my fingers, all my toes.
We just know when to be smart.
Yeah.
They weren't.
They're just dumb. You know, you get in a cage with a full-grown cat when there's no reason to get in there, and you're just dumb. That's why Joe Exotic got his ass dragged across the arena.
Now, when you were sneaking tigers up into the suites in Vegas, did any of them ever get out? What's the wildest story that ever happened trying to get a tiger into a hotel suite?
Well, you know, the one time we weren't necessarily sneaking them in for that. Lauren and I always have babies with us. We raise babies. They're in our house right now. So we would be invited to these parties that have to eat every 2 to 4 hours. So
there are kids that go with us.
There are kids. It'd be like you carrying a kid in your backpack. So one of those hangover backpacks. So
strap on.
That's a whole different Vegas party.
That's what I've been called.
So one time we were in the Mirage and we were going up to our room. This cat was being taken to Oregon, but we stopped in Las Vegas at the Mirage. And we didn't have a carrier because it was just riding in the car with us. So Lauren had this Victoria's Secret bag, great big tote. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, you know what? It's going to look funny, but I'm going to carry this tote over my shoulder. We'll put the baby down. We'll put a towel down. We laid it down. Sparkly Victoria's Secret bag ever so. It matched him perfectly. Yeah. And because it's Vegas, I blended in. But we're walking through the Mirage. And I'm just checking people out. And I look down and that cat's up checking people out with me. But we went up to the room and we posted a picture of it on the bed and put it on Facebook as we're checking out. Said Siegfried and Roy only wants to have a lion in the Mirage Hotel right now. So that's probably the weirdest.
But whenever we did go to events though, or to parties, we had a dog carrier, like one of those like Louis Vuitton dog carriers. So it was made for an animal. So it's not like we actually put it in a suitcase.
In the show, they went and they bought a suitcase. I don't know where they got the baby tiger they used. And they recreated us going into a hotel with a piece of luggage. That's not what it was. It was a $3,500 or $3,800 Louis Vuitton, animal tote, like Paris Hilton would use.
Now, do you ever have hyenas at the zoos?
You know, we had hyenas, and when Joe was about to abscond from the park to try to hide from the authorities, he sold the hyenas, the pair of hyenas that were here. They're really cool animals.
We're planning to get some though for the new facility, especially because they have the coolest sound, and it's just awesome hearing them go off and then the lions roaring and then the wolves howling, and then it's really pretty cool.
When you guys get the hyenas, can we come to the zoo and do a live podcast from the hyena cage?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Can we also have an orgy and you guys bring some tiger cubs?
That's not a problem.
Have you ever been?
Because we've had a lot of requests for that one.
Have you guys ever been, Jeff, you ever been in the middle of an orgy and you think it's like, a girl or like a Taiwanese ladyboy going down you, but turn around, it's a tiger cub licking your ball sack?
No, but there's been some weird shit happen there.
But not that?
I'm trying to wait from my brain. No,
Nothing
not
like
weird.
that ever.
That's not weird.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just wondering because I just feel
You're
like
not on Mormon television, are you?
No. This is I don't know. You thought this
Why
was
are you
like
pointing to me? I'm not Mormon.
Right. No, I know. I as soon because I know that you were into some wild stuff and we loved it. I mean the thing is. So what I wanted to know, because I saw, we saw how wild Joe Exotic got. He's got 3 husbands. He's out of his fucking mind. Did he ever pull his piece out? Did he ever pull his penis out, behind off camera? And you ever see his piece? Is he circumcised or not?
I never have. Thank God.
I have not, but from what we've heard, he's got the Prince Albert piercing, and he would hang little padlocks off the end of it.
Ugh. Sorry, that's so gross.
Yeah.
Wow.
And one time we were in his house. And he was cooking some of that recycled meat from the Walmart truck, trying to get us to eat dinner. And John Rinke, the guy with no legs, says, "You might not want to eat on the kitchen counter." And I said, "Why? It looks,
it looks clean."
He goes, "Because that's where Joe used to do the piercings, all of his big piercings.
He'd have piercing parties.
Yeah, piercing parties, and they would give guys Prince Alberts, and it's
Jesus Christ.
We never went
and they
back
apparently would reuse the needle over and over.
Ooh.
Oh, yikes.
Now you, Doc Anvil, and Joe Exotic, all 3 of you guys, it seems like, get a little polygamous. What is it about tigers and polygamy? Do the Mormons have tigers somewhere?
Yeah. I don't know. It's and you think that's weird. Wait till this chick that was up in Pahrump, Nevada, who's been calling us out. That's where the 2 cats that we had seized in Las Vegas, they ended up at this place. I had paid $10,000 fine. And this woman went on the air last night in Pahrump, in Las Vegas, and said that they were too normal to be included in the video. I'm about to upload a video of her kind of humping a lion, and I want you to tell me if she's normal.
And she's in a bikini.
That's great. Thank God. I got something to jerk off to tonight. Thank you.
Right?
You're welcome.
Yeah, but, she's...
Yo, so tigers are like aphrodisiacs for girls, little tiger cubs. Is that how you get buzzed?
It just seems we don't use it to get it, but goddamn, it's if 50 girls show up here and they see these baby tigers and they want to spend the night, are you going to kick them out? No, I don't think you're gonna.
No.
Well, they better be cute.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Do any of the tigers at your zoo have coronavirus? Has any of them been tested? Because we got a coronavirus tiger in New York.
That's what they say. And we have a crack veterinary team that we actually asked them before the Bronx Zoo announced that. Our vets do not believe that it's accurate and that they tested that cat correctly, and they're demanding – well, they're not demanding, but they're seeking the test results and the procedure that the Bronx Zoo used. They don't think that a cat can carry that or get it, so we're just waiting. But you know what? We're closed to the public. Our employees live on site for the most part, so we're really self-quarantined here for the last 10 or 14 days. And if we don't show anybody, nobody's shown any symptoms of any illnesses, so I think we're good.
How did you guys meet? Lauren, how did you meet Jeff?
So I started fucking the boss.
Yes.
Good.
Great career move.
Good girl. Work it. Work.
Thank you.
Yeah, I had retail stores in South Carolina, and she started fucking the boss.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, good for you. Now you guys have
tigers.
There were no tigers then. There were no tigers then.
That's how you know the love is real. That's how you know it was real. You guys went raw dog, and there wasn't even a tiger cub there for the aphrodisiac.
It was the car.
It was the car.
What's most amount of girls you guys have hooked up with at the same time?
Probably 4.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah. So you're one of those. Yeah. Please. No, I know.
Not during this time.
Yeah, I know. I feel like it's kind of like great tourism for Oklahoma, because I don't know who the fuck would ever want to go to that state if it wasn't for you guys' documentary.
Right.
It's
well, we're moving as
hard being in
close
the
to
middle of
Texas as we can get. Our new facility is behind the WinStar Casino in Thackerville. It's on the 1 mile marker into Oklahoma, out of Texas. So
Now, what are you going to do? What are you going to do if Trump pardons Joe Exotic and he gets out of jail? He comes looking for you. What are you going to do? You going to grab him by his Prince Albert?
I hope he comes looking for me.
Mm-hmm.
I've got some scores to settle with him, but if he's never going to get out. He's secret between me and you won't tell anybody, is there's a whole stack of charges pending against Joe in the event he was given a lenient sentence. He's got income tax evasion charges coming. He's got campaign finance fraud charges coming. Yeah. So even if Trump let him out on this one, he's going to get thrown right back in on another charge.
I wonder how many husbands he has in jail already.
Ooh. Yeah, you probably all of them.
Have you seen his haircut?
Yeah.
What? Does he have a new haircut?
It's weird. It's like weirdly cut.
They both cut him. I don't know.
That's bad.
When they show him in the camera, he looks like a pedophile. He's really, really weird.
But we've been told whenever they go to federal prison that they are supposed to shave your head. That's what we've heard, but I don't know if that's still a thing.
We're waiting on the new mugshot to come out and see if he doesn't look uglier than I did mine.
How about Doc? Doc didn't have a lot of nice things to say about you in the documentary.
You know what? Doc is a tiger cub killing asshole. And we've had employees here that work for him and said that he drugs his cats. And he's a piece of shit. And if he wants to face me, I'll face him. He's just a big coward. Everybody steals from everybody.
You're gonna go fucking toe to toe with the Bogvan? You're wild.
Absolutely.
He's a fat vegetarian.
Have you ever seen a vegetarian that's 150 pounds overweight? Fucking asshole.
Yeah, plant-based. He's a plant-based cutie, a PBC.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I wonder, I know, because the thing, I didn't realize how much, everybody's having sex on that show. And now one of Joe Exotic's husbands, they said they would make him remove his teeth to show his meth mouth. Is that true? Or is he always a toothless, wild, drug addict when you saw him?
No, he's always been like that since we met him. And when we saw that video of John, we haven't seen him in over a year. He's lost even more since then. But apparently TMZ had pictures of him now with the new grill. So I don't know if they're dentures or implants, but he's got him some new choppers now.
Now, what's your stance on Carol Baskin? I forgot. Do you guys also think she killed her husband? Are you team Carol Baskin? Yes or no? I forgot.
Oh,
she absolutely fucking killed her husband.
I think
you did, right?
I don't think there's a question. Yeah, I don't think there's a question she killed her. Coming out on not to plug another thing, but Monday night on Fox, they're going to do an in-depth investigation on 9:00. That is going to show some more of the stuff that Joe had on Carol that just didn't come out in the documentary. Mm-hmm. Joe's been accumulating evidence against Carol for 11 years or 12 years.
Joe had her personal diary.
Yeah, he's had her diary. Yeah. He had people working inside of her facility that were feeding him documents. And
Carol was a prostitute.
Yeah, that's when she met Don. When she said she got picked up on the street, her diary says she was a prostitute and Don was a customer for 4 years. So, it's...
Wow.
They didn't share that. They didn't share that in the documentary.
Nope.
There's so much they didn't share. They didn't share the fact that Joe doesn't sing those songs. He stole $3,000 out of the park for every single song on his stupid DVD. Had some guy in Washington State write the song and sing the song. Mm-hmm. Joe would come back here, lip sync a video to it, and have another $3,500 invested in editing a music video.
Right.
Everything the guy did was a scam and a con, and
a lie.
The show whitewashed him and made him look like the victim.
Wait, okay, so Joe didn't sing the songs. Carol Baskin was a toot. What else is another thing that they left out? Because it's fucking wild.
Well, how about the fact that OSBI, which is the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation, has been right back here about half a mile down our property digging for human remains. That John Finley and Saf, the one-armed girl, and that's a girl, right? Not a guy.
Yeah, I found that about episode 4.
Yeah, but there's usually some stuffing down below to make it look otherwise. But
maybe that's where her arm is.
Yeah, it could be the rest of that arm. Maybe that's why she wanted it taken off. Baby
There you go.
fist. Baby
Yeah.
fist.
Oh my god.
So
Sorry.
allegedly, I have to say that because everybody's suing everybody. Allegedly, these two shot. They're down in the park getting high at 2 or 3:30 in the morning. Two people climbed the gates or the fence, and John Finley shot them. One died on the fence. One hit the ground. They went to finish the guy on the ground. Finley started getting physically ill. He couldn't do it. Saf took the gun and finished this person off. They called Joe, says, "What the fuck do we do?" And he says, "Put him in a big tire out back and burn him." So OSBI's been back there looking for evidence of this crime. 4 different independent witnesses came to them with this exact same story.
We don't even know each other.
Yeah, they don't even know each other. Saf has been drunk running this story in bars. And so, you know, it's just the tip of the iceberg. It hit that Netflix thing. The sheriff in Garvin County had a list of crimes, you know, folders with Joe's crimes in it that was at least 2 foot.
And he said that's his
And he
Joe
says,
stack.
that's my Joe shelf. So there's a lot more coming out. Daily Mirror just did they're doing Daily Mail doing an expose on. They've got videos of Joe and John getting fisted and fucked by guys out of Oklahoma City. Joe would run ads on Craigslist. I want big black cock. I'll pay $400 to come fuck me tonight. And just, you know, they're going to show all the emails. They're going to show the videos that were found on the park. He's just a disturbed, twisted person.
He's really
he's right
twisted.
Where he belongs. You know, animal sex, walking around the park, dressed up in cheerleading outfits, having sex with the animals. You know,
Sounds like Hyenas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
are you guys ever gonna have any kids? And will you charge for us to pet them?
We have one child, and she's almost above the petting age. USDA only lets you pet her until she's 6 months. She just turned 6.5 months. So
Wow.
How much
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Thank
How
you.
much money can you make petting, like having, because that's like the big money maker, right? The cub petting.
Well, you know what? In some facilities it is. In ours, it's not really. It helps us, you know, pay the electric bill. But we leave cubs. Joe used to pull every single cub from the mother the second was born. We leave them with the moms, and we'll pull one cub that's you know that's not responding well to the mother. The mother rejects it. And if we have a cub available, we'll do the cub petting. It's $50 for 6 minutes. And, you know, we might do 8 or 10 of them a day on a busy day. So it's not like it's an integral part of our budget, but it brings people to the park. And most people just pay general admission. They walk around, they see the animals, and they go home.
Right.
But you can actually see the mothers now raising the cubs.
Yeah, now people are coming to see the moms with the baby, which is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I feel like after this pandemic world, I mean, because, you know, I'm more scared to touch a human than I am a tiger cub. I'd rather be petting it because I'm a petter. I'm a guy I like to pet humans. I mean, they said in New York today, Dr. Fauci said you can't shake people's hands for the foreseeable future. I was like, well, I'm going to kiss on the lips then. I have to have human contact. So, or some type of social contact. So I probably will be coming to your zoo because I feel like if I'm going to touch something and stroke something, I mean, I'd prefer to be a human being. Yeah, it's going to be a tiger cub, and then you better believe it's going to be you if I can get my hands on you.
Well, I'm not a fast runner anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Jeff, do you expect to go back to prison one day, or what do you think?
Never been to prison.
I thought you went to. I'm sorry.
I spent the night in jail a couple times.
Yeah.
But no, we didn't do anything, you know. And if
right. No, because you know how.
Trust me, they vetted us. They had our cell phones. They had our bank records.
I gave them my cell phone for 2 weeks.
We turned over everything and said, look, guys, we have nothing to do with this. You know, we knew what was going on to a degree, but we had no idea
it was this big.
The depth of his plan.
Fucking unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable, the edits. Go ahead, Yana, sorry.
Is this the first time you guys have been monogamous because of the pandemic? You can't bring in new pussy?
Who says that?
Right.
Okay. I thought it was the CDC, but
hey, listen, Giannis, tigers have vaginas.
If it's been here for 10 or 14 days, it's not new, right?
Oh, you got
there you go.
So there's
so
you do have
when now, are you guys planning? Is there going to be a sex tape coming out, or is that not something you guys are going to do?
You know,
you are not the only one that's asked
we've
that.
been offered a lot of money by one of the porn websites for sex tapes.
And how much? What's the most you've been offered?
It was $20,000 for anything over 3 minutes.
How about 25,000 right now?
Okay, that's it. We'll just do it right here for you.
No.
Whoa! Wow,
Yeah,
there it is.
Venmo.
Show the
I'll give
beef.
you my Venmo. Yeah.
If you do it, are you keeping the do-rag on or off?
And for an extra $5,000, I'll take it off.
Nice. I like that. I like that a
Everything
lot.
has its price. Everything has a price.
Now, I got a serious question. I'm a married kid. Now, if I wanted to convince my wife that we needed to start a harem and open an exotic zoo, what the fuck do I got to tell her? How did you do it?
You know what? It takes a special kind of redhead for that one. Is your wife a redhead?
No, she's not. She's Sicilian and she's Greek, and she's looking at me like she's about to stick a knife in my head.
Hi.
You're already dead.
Yeah, I
You're
think I'm
already
gonna
dead.
die. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
my first wife would have never ever gotten into this.
yeah. Have you
You
ever?
have to have a very trusting,
trust.
a lot of trust.
So apparently your wife doesn't trust you. Is that what we're saying?
I mean, I was going into this thinking you were the bad guy because I believe the documentary. I don't know if you're the most charismatic, magical guy in the world, but now I think you're the good guy, and I think fucking Joe Exotic is the bad guy.
Hey,
Oh,
wait
yeah.
till you find out, dude. You have no
It's
fucking
pretty
clue.
bad with him.
Go, the short little clip of me blowing up at him in the office. We uploaded
It's an hour and a half long.
It's an hour and a half, the entire explosion. And I just went over every fucking crime that I knew he had committed. And he's looking at me like a deer in headlights. And
He couldn't believe we were actually confronting him with it all.
and it completely exonerates us. And I think that's what kept the feds from looking at us any deeper is we went in and we slammed Joe Exotic in the face with all this stuff. And he just admitted it. He wouldn't deny anything, even blowing up his own music studio.
Yeah, he actually
I accused
burned
him
his
of that on tape. He says, "So Jeff, how are we going to fix this?" And I said, "Well, you know what? Because all the evidence," I said, "maybe you just have to burn this,
Place
fucking
down.
office down just like you did your music studio."
Yep. And he didn't deny it.
Yeah, he didn't deny it. So he's the scumbag.
Like,
I'm
he
telling
claims
you, I'm not perfect, and I'll fuck your girlfriend if you're not looking, but I'm not the bad guy that they maybe be on
You're
that
not
show.
that bad.
Yeah.
You actually asked for permission first.
No, that's no,
No,
given
I
the
mean,
opportunity, she's done.
yeah.
Raw dog? Do you guys go raw dog or you glove up when you're with all these? When you're having the sex orgies? Raw daddy?
You got to be safe.
It's all,
you got to be
it's all
safe.
girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta be
girls.
safe.
Especially now. Especially now.
So
Yeah.
now it's going to be 6
Grab
feet.
it before you
6
tap
feet
it.
and safe, which is
Yes.
takes a really special kind of guy.
Yep.
Now, now that you're getting older, do you need to any enhancements? Tiger blood?
Nope.
Shit, those blue pills are amazing. And that night that I went to jail, these 18-year-old kids are passing this shit around like they're Skittles, So there's nothing better. That was the best invention next to toast and whatever the internet that's ever happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, is the government?
Be honest. Have you ever taken them?
I've never taken them yet, but I'm getting close.
Yeah, you lie. Take one, dude.
Yeah.
It's way better. It's way better. Even if you don't have erection problems, it enhances it so much that you just try it.
I feel like we're
Just have
on
a
Howard Stern
24/7
show.
Woody, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It's just
Now, since this documentary has come out, it's brought like this whole world of exotic zoos in America to the public consciousness. And I know it's a constant battle with regulation and getting certified as sort of like, what is it, an animal something? Is the government cracking down now? Are you going to have to avoid any new hurdles? How's the world going to change for you now that this documentary's come out as far as being able to get away with having some of these animals?
Well, despite what PETA would have you believe, PETA reached out. We have our buddy is Shaquille O'Neal, and PETA's up on TMZ admonishing Shaquille for having a relationship and not severing his relationship with us, claiming that I had a long history of Animal Welfare Act violations, which is complete and utter bullshit. I've never had any violations at all. So the USDA, which license all zoos, if you're going to exhibit an animal, whether it be in a hotel room or in a zoo, you have to have a USDA license, which we do have. And like I said, ours is in immaculate standing. So they don't pick on us like they pick on guys like Doc Antle that are suspected of killing cubs after their usefulness is expired, or drugging his animals to make them more docile for playtimes. So, those are the guys that are under the microscope. When you work with the feds in and out for a year to help get somebody, they see everything you do. It's hard to hide anything from the federal government. So I think a lot of the common belief and misconception about us is that we're anything like Joe. We do this for the animals. If you donated $100,000 today, which you can do if you want, it all goes to the animals. It doesn't go to clothing. It doesn't go to our vehicles. And my car's got 200,000 miles on it. Every penny that I make and that I earn and generate goes back to these animals. And that just wasn't guys like Doc and Joe. You saw Doc with his big fancy house, and he's got his harem of boob job women, and every dime that he makes obviously isn't going back to his animals. The same with Joe. Joe had 5 dually trucks.
Whenever he got a new boyfriend, he'd go buy them a new vehicle, but he would do it under his mom's name.
Yeah, within weeks of having a new guy, he'd go buy him a brand new truck or a brand new Mustang, and he had these motorhomes, everything.
And a lot of meth.
On more stuff here in Oklahoma. And
a lot of drugs. Yeah.
My God. Dude, if I had one wish in life, it would be to be one of Joe's husbands. I'd miss the boat.
Right. He was buying $80,000 King Ranch dualies for these guys, and they'd leave. He wouldn't let them take the truck, but then we've got, all of a sudden the park's got $5,000 worth of truck payments to make every month for trucks that don't even get used, and insurance. And so it's, that's just not us. We're about the animals. Joe built this place to speed breed tigers and cash in on tiger cubs. And we don't sell tigers. I don't care what you offer me. I'm not going to sell you a tiger cub, because we don't know how you're going to raise it. We don't know that you're going to give it a good life.
Is it haunted? Is the zoo haunted?
I think so.
It feels like
I think Travis's ghost walks this place.
I feel like other ghosts walk this place.
You think when he walks the place, is he gay or straight when he does it?
I think he's straight. I think the meth that these guys were taking, that these supposedly straight guys were taking, made them just completely do things that Joe wanted them to do. But Travis came to us a lot of times. He says, "Dude, you got to get me to Las Vegas and get me laid. You got to get me laid." And, I questioned him one time. I said, "What the fuck are you doing here?" He says, "Well, you think I don't have a plan?" I said, "What's your plan? You're going to inherit a zoo that makes no money from Joe Exotic?"
Yeah.
It just didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Meth is a hell of a drug.
Hell of a drug.
Yeah. I've never done it, so I don't know.
All your girls, you said Doc's got a whole bunch of girls with breast implants. Are you a guy who likes natties? You like naturals?
Yeah, I like natural. I don't like fake tits.
Yeah.
Never have.
So Courtney, Lauren, you got natties?
I got natties.
Nice.
What is
Good for you.
how big of a what Jeff Lowe's dick look like? Got a nice piece?
Oh,
You know
yeah. I ride it pretty
I'm not
hard.
gonna brag, but
Circumcised or no?
no.
Nice.
Yes. He's
Very interesting.
he's I'm not a Jewish guy. This
I knew you were, because I didn't see the
55-year-old guy
horn.
just knocked up a
Yeah,
the money. I'm out of money.
There you go. Yeah.
So what do
I
you
don't
got? Like
fit
how
the
many? Because I'll tell you, I'm gonna be honest. Like I'm about 6. I'm creeping in on 6. How many inches you got?
Probably 7. I gotta be
Nice.
more than you.
Well, you got the foreskin.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
I was
Oh.
just
I
looking
thought
at
you were
Lauren to
about
see if you were
8.
lying.
She
Lauren.
says
I
8.
thought about 8.
She says 8.
Wow.
So I'm gonna go with her. Yeah, I'm gonna go
Very
with her.
interesting.
Nice.
I mean, I have fun, so that's what matters.
Yeah.
Never had any
Alright.
complaints. Put it that way.
But you got to be doing something right, because you got a beautiful lady with you. You got an exotic zoo that's it's closed right now, but it will open for business, right, when things are done.
Yes.
You can
It will.
You can get a cameo of Jeff on Cameo, which we're probably going to do for you.
100%.
And now you've just found out on the History Hyenas podcast that Jeff Lowe is the fucking good guy, and Joe
the good
Exotic
guy.
is a piece of shit. And that fucking Doc up there in fucking, where is he? North Carolina. He's a piece of shit. With a
South
fucking
Carolina,
harem
Myrtle
full of
Beach.
girls with fake titties. Yeah.
Cal
And
Baskin's a
Euthanize-
fucking prostitute.
He's a fucking toot.
I
And,
think we've covered everything.
Yeah. And her husband's a cuck.
yeah.
Have you
Oh
ever
my
seen?
God.
Did you see the wedding photos of him being walked on a leash on the beach?
Yeah. I mean, what do you think we're going for as Halloween? 100%.
What the fuck? Yeah.
Oh my God, please send pictures.
You know
1,000%.
what-
Pictures.
you know-
We're coming to your zoo.
Yeah, you know
you can do it
Carol's
here.
fucking, You know Carol votes for Hillary every time she can, even if she's not on the ballot.
Yeah.
So does her husband, because he's getting walked around like a cuck. That's a Democrat, no?
Yeah, and Jeff,
Yeah.
I know that we fucking know the reason why you don't want to take off that hat and the bandana, because you got a Trump 2020 tattoo right on your forehead.
I do. I do. Reelect that motherfucker.
That's it. It's what it is. All right, we love you guys.
All right, take care.
Thank
We
you,
love
guys.
you guys.
All right,
Take care.
Thanks for coming on.
See you later.
Big kiss. All right, bye.
Your wife's